New York Knicks fans, the trade deadline has now come and gone, and this is the squad that we are rocking with for the remainder of this NBA season. The New York Knicks, currently the hottest team in basketball, on an 8-game winning streak, coming off of a double overtime win against one of the better teams out west in the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to show you guys the Jose Alvarado pickup today, what he's going to bring to this New York Knicks team, a much-needed defensive juggernaut in Jose Alvarado, hometown, Brooklyn-born, coming to the New York Knicks. Cannot wait to see him play and light up the Garden with his defensive prowess and a little bit of a jump shot as well. Going to get into a little bit of the Giannis things, guys. I was dead wrong about Giannis Antetokounmpo coming to the New York Knicks, as I predicted. Still think that there was a lot of smoke there, and the Knicks were one of the teams trying to get him. What I'm going to show you guys in this video as well is a Jose Alvarado clip in a postgame that is going to get you guys so hyped about him coming to play in Madison Square Garden, calling Madison Square Garden his home. But before all that, New York Knicks fans, NBA fans, if you're a fan of this kind of stuff, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video, because the New York Knicks are a legit championship contender. I've been a little bit negative on these New York Knicks, a little bit bullish over the last month compared to what I was prior to this last month. I have such a passion for New York basketball. St. John's, New York Knicks basketball, Rucker Park, everything that involves New York basketball, I absolutely love. And the Knicks are one of my passions, guys. So, again, share, like, subscribe. We are going to go through this thing together. We're going to get into buyout situations down the line. But first of all, regarding the Giannis stuff, let me get this out of the way, because a lot of people took the prediction that I had and that they thought that it was going to happen because of maybe some of the thing I was saying, okay, which I thought where there's smoke, there was fire. I thought Giannis was going to be a New York Knick. Didn't happen. It's okay. I'm moving on. I thought that he would be the finishing touch for a championship run, despite the calf injury. I still think so. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So there was two schools of thought for Knicks fans, okay? I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I'm dead honest about this. You could scroll back on my page. Just a month ago, nobody was gassing the New York Knicks as much as I was. Nobody. I was calling the Knicks the best team in the Eastern Conference a month ago. And I was met with people in the comments. Mike, you got to chill. Still, we got Detroit still. Detroit's going to be tough. The Magic play us really tough. The Celtics still got that championship pedigree. Mike, Detroit. It wasn't me. It was people in the comments. It was you guys telling me about Detroit. And now the Knicks are playing well. And now all of a sudden it's fuck Detroit. Detroit ain't nothing. We're not scared of Detroit. You can't have it both ways, guys. Nobody hyped this team in the offseason like I was. I had them in the NBA Finals before a opening tip happened this season. I had them in the finals before an opening tip happened. And I was getting called crazy. Knicks are going to nick. You're just buying into the Kool-Aid. You're doing all this garbage, Mike. That's what I was told. I was waving the pom-poms early. I was waving the pom-poms a month ago. And I was met with the negativity. Now that the Knicks went through a rough stretch and I'm calling out what I'm seeing, now I'm the negative one. All of a sudden, people forget I was the one that had him in the NBA Finals. I was the one that was calling them the best team in the Eastern Conference, when a lot of people were shitting on me saying that. Now, all of a sudden, you don't like what you want to hear, and I'm public enemy number one. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it like that. I called out what I was watching on the basketball court, which was Karl-Anthony Towns playing soft as shit, not buying into Mike Brown's system. As of 2 weeks ago, that was facts. I called out Mikal Bridges for being soft, constantly avoiding contact. He has one good game against the Trailblazers. Everybody's wiping their hands now. See what I mean? Mikal stepped up. It's an 82-game season, guys. I need more from Mikal. I need more from Cat. And I love what I'm seeing from Cat. He's making me feel really dumb about what I said about him. Trust me. I feel like an ass for saying what I said about Cat, but I need to see more. And that's more than fair for me to ask of Karl-Anthony Towns. If that's too much for people, I don't know what to tell you. Because the job is nowhere near being complete for this New York Knicks squad. The job is nowhere near being complete. An 8-game winning streak, I love it. I love what I saw against Denver. Love what I saw in Philly. Love what I saw against the Nets. You play teams like Brooklyn, you bust their ass by 50. That's what you do. I ask for one thing from my favorite teams, especially these New York Knicks. Consistency. Night in and night out. And if you're going to sit here and tell me, prior to this 8-game winning streak, if you're going to sit here and tell me Karl-Anthony Towns was not a net negative on the basketball court, then I don't know what you're watching. You're watching with blinders on. And I'm allowed to call out Karl-Anthony Towns and still cheer for the Knicks. Two things could be true, guys. Two things could be true. I'm allowed to call out Mikal Bridges for being soft. Pause. Two things could be true. I don't need a 30.8 for 11 game from Mikal Bridges against the Trailblazers, and then the next 2 games he combines for 7 points. That's not the Bridges I need to win a championship. We can't overlook some of the negative stuff, guys. I will constantly preach to you. It's process over results. The process is more important than the result. The result of the win last night was amazing, tremendous. The result was tremendous. A double overtime thriller with playoff atmosphere at Madison Square Garden. Knicks fans who got a ticket to that game witnessed an amazing game. We all witnessed it on TV. If you weren't at the Garden, you felt it coming through the TV screen. Process over results. Result great, process not good. Closing that game, Mikal Bridges cannot commit that type of blunder come postseason time. And I'm not saying he will, guys. I'm just saying these things have got to be cleaned up come postseason time. When you play Detroit, when you play Boston, when you play the Magic, it's got to be cleaned up. Championship teams throughout a regular season don't do what the Knicks did as of 2 weeks ago and have a 9 out of 10 stretch where they go 1-9 in those 10 games. Oh, fault me. Call me a fake fan. Call me a hater for worrying about a championship level team that goes 1-9 in a regular season where championship teams don't do that. I know it's a marathon and I know it's not a sprint. Through 82 games, teams are going to have dry spells where they're just not playing well. But there was more going on with this Knicks team. Cat was not buying into his role until it seems like that players meeting with Jalen Brunson. If you remember and go back to the offseason, go back to where it was, I think, about a week before the season, and the reporters are asking Karl-Anthony Towns, what's your role on this Knicks team? And he just says, I don't know. He says, I don't know. That's not me saying it. That's coming straight from Cat. Straight from the horse's mouth or from the cat's mouth. And if he don't know his role and he's not buying into it, what do you expect? Over this winning streak for Cat, he's playing his best basketball of the entire season. I can't dispute that. I was bullish on Cat a month ago. Bullish a couple weeks ago, I'm sorry. Because he's one of the most talented players in basketball, talented big men in basketball, and I expect him to be the guy to help Jalen Brunson win a title. I want to see it. And now that he's bought it, it seems like he's bought in, guys. I know right now during this 8-game winning streak, we all think everything's good. We're good. Get the pom-poms out. Get the trophies out. There's so much work to do still for us to finish this season off and hold up the trophy at the end of the year. And this 8-game winning streak is not going to prove that we are that team. And if you want to balance it out, maybe that 1-9 stretch. Maybe I looked too much into that 1-9 stretch, and I was wrong about that. That's why it balances itself out. The two problems that I thought, one of them seems to be rectifying itself. Karl-Anthony Towns, in Mike Brown's system, has become a ferocious rebounder now in the last couple of weeks. Focused at the top of the key. Jump shot still not consistent. He'll get there if he takes enough of them. And he's not getting a lot of them. So getting into a rhythm is going to be a lot harder for Cat, but he's going to have to adjust post All-Star break. He has to. But you're seeing him, his body language on the court is so much different now. Factually, there are statistics to back up what I'm saying right now. He's driving to the basket less. He's driving to the basket even less on his offhand. He stops flailing his arms in the air and turning the ball over, because Cat does have the worst whistle in basketball. He gets fouled 70% of the time, and he gets 15% of the foul calls. I understand that. But you couldn't deny that he's falling on the ground, flailing his arms in the air, and not getting back on defense. Don't listen to me. Listen to Clyde. Listen to Clyde Frazier on the announce team when he's calling out Cat for not running back on defense. Those are the things I was skeptical about. And if he continues to show that he could clean that up, adjust to this new role, then I will buy in. And if you guys bought in earlier than that, or you just choose to ignore a lot of this stuff, kudos to you. I'm not telling you how to fan. I'm not telling you guys how to fan. Even though a lot of you were telling me how to be a fan. No. Process over results. Process over results. A good example will be tomorrow night against Detroit. If the New York Knicks come out tomorrow night and get blown out again by 25, 30 points, the process and the result will be dog crap. Okay? If the Knicks come out and they compete, Knicks are on an 8-game winning streak. They're not winning the remainder of their games. Newsflash, guys. I'm sorry. If that's too negative, I don't know what to tell you. They're not winning the rest of their games for the rest of the season. 25, 30 games. But if the Knicks come out and compete with Detroit, and with 2 or 3 minutes to go in the game, they are right in it. A basket away, a lead, and Detroit just so pulls away. The result will be bad, but the process will be better. The process of competing, knowing you could compete, will be better than the result. Now, I want to win. Trust me. Make it 9 in a row. But it's process over results. Try to look at it like that. If you guys don't want to do it and you just care about wins and losses, I get it. That's fine. That's all that matters, right? Wins and losses. But I look deeper. Process over results. The process has to be there for the end result in the playoffs to matter. Let me get into this video real quick about Jose Alvarado, guys. I'm extremely excited about Jose Alvarado getting to this New York Knicks squad. He is going to bring tenacity, ferociousness on defense, something the New York Knicks, and I've been begging for ever since 3 years ago, when the Celtics had Drew Holiday pressing Brunson, and the Sixers, they had Kelly Oubre pressing Brunson all 92 feet, all 94 feet on the basketball court. Then they had TJ McConnell the last 2 years pressing Brunson up and down the court. The Knicks needed somebody like this that could just get in your face when the ball's inbounded after a shot and just press you all the way up the court, causing turnovers. He earned the nickname Grand Theft Alvarado. Just look at his highlight reel and you'll see why. So let me get to this little clip here, and I'm going to end the video, guys. I appreciate you standing through the rant, through the yelling, but I love this team so much. I love this Knicks team so much. I love the Knicks so much. I don't know how to say it. The Knicks were my first team. I love basketball. I love the New York Knicks. I had high expectations for these New York Knicks coming into this year. I picked them to go to the finals before we even got an opening game. I picked them as the best team in the East just a month ago. And the same people that are saying I'm too negative 2 weeks ago were the same people telling me I was too positive a month ago. I see you guys in the comment. I read every comment. I see it. Same people flipping on me. Can't have it both ways, guys. Let me show you guys this clip real quick, and I'll end the video. This is the Jose Alvarado postgame after a game at MSG, and the interviewer asked Jose what she thought about him playing at the Garden in his hometown of New York City.
All your friends and family, what was the culmination of this journey like tonight for you?
Oh, man, I don't know how to say it, man. Just seeing my parents, with my jerseys and all the folks that came out to see me, man, it means a lot. Like, if you would have told me this, it happened 5 years ago, I wouldn't believe it. But now that it's just like a dream come true. And, it's crazy. I'm at the Garden now, and I'm doing an interview with y'all. And my peoples is right there. Like that, you can't make that up. And, man, it's just a great win for us. And I'm just so happy, man. Y'all don't understand how happy I am.
We are so happy for you. Antonio Daniels said he wanted to reach through the TV and give you a hug, and I think we all feel that way. Let me ask you, 20 friends and family members, both at the Brooklyn game and tonight, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram picking up the tab for those tickets, and then I think I saw B.I. go and give his jersey to some of your family members tonight. What does that type of loyalty and teammateship mean to you?
Man, those are my brothers. Like, look, they bought tickets for me, for my family. Like, you can't make this up. Those are great teammates. Not just a teammate, they just a brother to me. And for them to just do that for me, I'm grateful, and I appreciate all that. And B.I. just gave my little brother his jersey. He a big fan of him. And, man, I can't. Those are my brothers. They did a lot for me, and, man, it's crazy. You're going to make me cry over here.
Jose Alvarado on the verge. Jose Alvarado on the verge of tears during that interview. So if that doesn't get you hyped up as a Knicks fan for Jose Alvarado, born in Brooklyn, hometown kid, coming to MSG, calling MSG his home, he was borderline about to cry during that post-game interview. Talking about his family in the stands, talking about some of the Knicks players that he's friends with, talking about some of the Knicks players that gave his brother their jerseys, bought tickets for his family to attend the game. The kid was virtually in tears during the postgame. That is New York Knicks basketball. That is the basketball that the fans will fall in love with whenever Jose Alvarado enters a game. You're going to see energy every single second this kid has entered the game. Now even more so. He's going to have family, friends, everybody attending games to watch him play for the Knicks. Outstanding trade here for Leon Rose. Thank you guys for watching. If you got this far, much appreciated. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to the New York Knicks content. Coming at you hot and heavy, guys. Appreciate you. On to the next one. Let's go Knicks.